it won't be easy. He goes to pull on my arm, but my knee and elbow are connected. As a result, it's quite easy for us to go into a good half guard position. From another angle, we find opponent, we go through, capture, we go hold underneath and lock. There's our initial position, holding and controlling, elbow and knee close together, hand goes inside, he goes to push us off. It won't be easy. Hand pommels in. You could just pass from here, but we want to slow things down. And as a result, we take the half guard option. Same move can be done from kneeling. If we're down on the knees, from here, it's even easier to go underneath, lift, go underneath our training partner's two arms. And find ourselves in good passing position. A very simple but very effective way to force half guard. The third method of entering into half guard, one of the absolute best, is the tight waist method. This is used more when we have an opponent in a seated guard rather than supine. From seated guard situation, we're going to start off by taking one of our knees and putting it between my opponent's feet. Now, if my opponent's feet are apart, that makes things pretty easy. You just start with your knee in front. But if your opponent's feet are in close together, you might have to play some games here. One good method from the head-to-head position is just to push on the training partner's legs and create separation. The second we see that separation, we put our hand just here in our training partner's hip. So when Brian goes to bring his knees together, my elbow makes it very difficult for him. Now, as a result, I can knee drive right in. And I just take my head to his shoulders and I take one big step right over my training partner's leg. He's going to have his defensive frames up. We always go inside the frames and up to the head. We go in and connect our hands, and lo and behold, we're right back in half guard. So once again, training partner in front of us, he's on seated position, we're on two knees. From here, as we start off head to head with the training partner in place, we're going to start by separating the feet just a little. Now we come in and capture. From this position, I drive straight forward. My knee right underneath his butt cheek. Second leg goes over his knee, so I capture it. He tries to bring his knee to his elbow. It's never going to happen. If I was here, I could easily bring his knee to his elbow and put him back in guard. So we always want to close over the top. I never want to reach for the head without first going inside. And as a result, we end up in perfect half guard position. Same move can be used from standing. From a situation where his feet are together, we've got to do something to separate them. So if we come out with a training partner, we're always looking to move to an angle. This will always create a situation where he has to follow us. When he goes to follow, the feet will always separate. Let's look at that from another angle. Here, his feet are together. It's hard for me to step in on a guy whose feet are together. He can grab my legs, do all kinds of things. So first, we've got to separate those feet. So I move out here to an angle. As the feet separate, my feet go between his, and now we're in the perfect position. Go straight forward and over the top. As he frames up, we always go inside the frames, lock up, and find ourselves in half guard. From a different angle, we start off moving out as his feet go to follow us. Now we're in the perfect position to go. We come in driving, stepping over, inside his frame, we lock up, and we're in half guard. So again, this is a very practical and simple way to go from neutral positions into a good half guard passing position. Another really good method of entering into half guard from top position is the use of a body lock. This has the advantage of stronger connection to an opponent. And as we've seen throughout this video, the more connection you can get, generally the happier we are. So, from a situation where we have one knee between our training partner's feet and a body lock, where we've locked our opponent in place, okay, regardless of how we've done it. When he goes to move around from here, it's awfully difficult because you've got closed wedges around his hips. A tight waist is very good, but there's still openings here for your opponent to move around. It's easier to get into, but easier for your opponent to move as well. The great advantage of a body lock is when this guy goes to move from here, his hips are stuck. And as a result, it's pretty easy for us to put his shoulders down on the mat. And then from here, we can either step over, or if he's very, very tall, we may put our elbow inside our training partner's knee. So when he tries to make that barrier high, it's hard. If I didn't do that, he could bring that barrier high. It's quite hard just to step over. But when I put my elbow inside, it's very easy. It lowers the hurdle that we need to get over in order to get into half guard. So, keep facing this way. Now, if Brian Glick has his foot inside my thigh, then the body lock will give us not half guard, but half butterfly guard, which is a very different kind of animal to work against. So what we want to do here is, before we begin, take our knee to the inside. That means that when we go to force the body lock and put everything in place, we're going to be getting into half guard rather than half butterfly. Just a little detail there. From this position, as he tries to hold us off, we're always looking here to get over that knee and then switch our head across to the other side. Now we've gotten into a half guard position. As always, our hand goes inside, second hand walks its way up, and from here, we find ourselves right back in half guard position. From another angle. From here, we start off taking our knee to the inside. We bring our head into position, and then our two hands go forward and lock. Our head drives, and we put his shoulders down on the mat. My knee goes across the center line, so it becomes relatively easy for us to step over his knee. If, for whatever reason, my opponent is able to get that knee set up very, very high, we may have to use our elbow first in order to lower that knee to get over it. Now that we've got it, you guys know the drill. Hand goes inside. Second hand goes up, we get our connection, and we find ourselves in a very good half guard passing position. Some other elements. If we are working with both of his feet inside as butterfly hooks, then from here, it is also permissible for us to use our leg to kick out and take away his butterfly hook. Put the hook in. You can see from here, Brian Glick's left foot is inside my right thigh. If he makes a strong, sticky hook, we're going to bring our two knees in relatively close. And then from here, we extend our leg out so that we get inside position. Now from here, the knee goes across, step over, and we're in half guard. So once again, from a situation where I could not get my knee between his feet, I just couldn't do it. We lock in, get into our body lock. He makes a strong, sticky hook. From these positions, we bring our leg out. If my knees are too wide, and I just try to take my leg out, it'll never come out. So I have to bring my two knees together. Once my two knees are in together, he tries to hold that butterfly hook. It's very, very hard for him to do so. Now, I bring my knee back inside. He will want to bring his butterfly hook back in. Put it in. Sometimes there will be some jousting here. As I bring my knee across, I'll make a strong hook, and take his hook out. Sometimes there will have to be some jousting where you have to take steps forward, back, etc. in order to bring it in. This is all normal. It's all part of the game. So again, he starts, two butterfly hooks in place, two sticky hooks. I can't just take my leg out. It's not going to happen that way. So we have to bring our knees across the center line. And from here, we kick our leg back. He's going to want to bring it back in. So there'll be some jousting here until we can step over, capture his knee, and bring ourselves forward into good position. This is all normal, and you'll start to learn these small details when you get into sparring with your training partners. Another very good entry into half guard is to use the over-under passing method, not as a passing method in and of itself, but just as an entry method into half guard. Over-under passing is notoriously difficult to finish without